Everybody wants to be an astronaut. Take the long, tall train to the sun.
Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for the Golden Path Internationals. I'm your host and commentator, the BlackShadow, being sponsored by Unfussable Narrative, and I believe today we're going to be taking our first look at Group G for this tournament. Group G definitely notable, featuring Samanthi, who, those of you who were around for the Imperial Cup remember, had a very, very strong performance, I think, overall in the tournament. Winning, I believe it was, all four of their group games. Unfortunately, they did kind of crash out in the knockouts, however, which was a little bit disappointing. Probably for them, but already in this tournament getting off with a 5th group game victory in a row, which should be pretty awesome. But they're not playing today's game. Instead, we've got Producer Sean, Raw, rencheckyoself, and Daddy Will. Daddy and Raw, both pretty experienced players, and are definitely going to give a run for the progression from this group. Hard to know exactly who is going to take top 2 spots. You'd figure Samantha is going to be a very good shout here, but other than that, I still think it's going to be pretty competitive, and we're going to get a good feel for how that's going to proceed today. Alright then, so setup is beginning for the match here, so let's have a look at our opening row, and oh my goodness me, that is pretty monstrous. If it was an immortality game, someone would be trashing this for sure. Wow. I mean, holy crumbs. So we've got Jamis here for infiltration in combat and trashing, the solid Benja's sister, the crazy potential for Sayadina, Stilgar as well, who's an amazing card, and then Weber Power, some absolutely huge cards here, real super strong, and even the techs are pretty awesome as well. Spy Satellites, which is always usual for someone who wants to turtle up and just go sponsors flows. Mimic could see a ton of use here, early pick as well, and then Flagship as well for a point. So this is an absolutely jacked row here, absolute insanity. I mean, everything is going here. Combat, influence, maybe not the best for Spice's flow decks, I guess. We've got our leaders here, and plenty of good choices here. BC's a lot of use. Ekaz looks great here. There is no Helena, it should be noted. So Ekaz would be able to act it's somewhat independently. But Hundo taken in full position by Daddy Will here. He's here. Ren will be starting us off here. Next up, Producer Sean. Man, it's a lot of good options here. I'm sure you're going to see the Baron. I'm sure you're going to see the Beast here. So the question is for Sean is, does he maybe take Baron now to like deny in a first and second spot? I even don't hate that. Beast looks great here. Ariana looks scary. Might be C, maybe Ren if he can. Pick Ariana first up and just insta-reveal for Sayadina. That's not even that ridiculous. And will be something that the players have got to keep an eye out for here. I really don't know. There's a lot of second guessing here. Of course, remember, this is hidden picks, so Daddy doesn't, Producer does not know who Daddy is taking here. I think we'll see Baron. I think Baron in third looks fine here. It's also a bit of denial. Don't hate this at all. Rowan's a second spot here, so he's not going to have any idea. So Lido's missing, Baron's missing, Ilban's missing, there's no Yuna and such. Going to go for Ekaz for the card draw, and now we got an interesting choice for Ren here. Beast seems like a more standard option here, but going Ariana, and just like going for the insta-reveal, is not outrageous here, and I don't even totally hate it. It's kind of a weird one, you know? I don't really know what the best choice is, but I honestly think it's fine. Even someone like Paul wouldn't be terrible. If you can get hold of some decent intrigue early and just cycle with these cards early, I don't even hate that. So plenty of choice here. All right then, and does go for Paul Atreides. All right then, so lots of fun here. So let's have a look at the cards here. So choice of 2 combats for Hundro. He's got an ambush for 4. Dismissing Allied Armada. So he might end up going Carthag for that early. We'll see. So that is that. First up, Sean needs to take his tokens here and make a decision of what he wants to take for his things. We shall see what the plan is. Need to just hold on for a second. Sean has not yet chosen his Masterstroke tokens. He must do that before the game begins. There can be no actions beforehand. It's always really more interesting, I think, when Baron is later on in the spots. Like, you'd think probably taking shipping is pretty much standard. You gotta go spacing kill, but I honestly don't know if Fremen is always that standard later on in the in the situation. Might want to keep that flip down there. Whoops. Well, that one's the obvious one. Yeah, I mean, that one's the obvious one. The question is what the other one he does take, and he is going to opt to take the normal 2, so it's not even that ridiculous here. But, I mean, you don't have to go Fremen here. You could go, like, Emperor or something, maybe even Bene Gesserit, but spacing's, I think, fairly straightforward here. Alright then, so off we go to the races. So the opening conflict is a victory point skirmish here, actually. So that's going to be of definite interest to Baron Harkonnen to get his Masterstroke in anyways. See if someone decides to block that. Paul surely is going to go fold space here to keep out ECAS. ECAS pulls all of his power cards over, which he doesn't really want. Kind of wants to space us out a little bit more. I actually don't even hate seeing ECAS go Wealth here and then Mentat with Signet Ring and then getting his Diplomacy off or something. I don't even hate that. Hundro's hand's pretty bad, and we'll see what Sean ends up pulling for his cards here. And Sean picks up, it's not a great hand, picks up Seek Hours, that's the big card here. And I think Baron Harkonnen will be wanting to make a use here, but Ekaz is just going to go immediately to Tech Negotiation, doesn't want to risk Saiyadina going out, so he's just going to take that immediately, which I don't exactly hate. And I imagine we'll see using probably Seek Allies, looking to combine that up with... that's going to give 4 Persuasion, looking to pick up Weapon Power here. Sean needs to make sure, remember to use his cards here. He can't use Seek Allies for that. Sean has played a little bit. I don't think he's too used to playing on TTS. And it's definitely a thing. We've got a few people playing the game who are not the most used to, maneuvering on TTS, who've played a lot of physical stuff, so a little bit of transition stuff has definitely been noted in a few of the group games, and that's fine. Back to Hundro. So Hundro does have the ambush in hand here. He's going to be very tempted to... He has no faction access, which really sucks here, so I expect we're just going to see Imperial Basin, and he's going to look to Signet Ring to a city later on. Notice all that he didn't put in any troops here. That's a... Bit of a sign, maybe. It's got to come in late and ambush and take the virus city and then take the victory point is going to be the plan. Oh, there we go. He puts him in then. Change of plans. Paul Atreides going for Carthag. I love doing Carthag with Signet Ring. Lets you draw 2 cards, courtesy of his Discipline ability. Signet Ring, really, really awesome. And it lets you be nice and aggressive, draw a couple of cards, keep people guessing. You hope to not find, like, your Diplomacy card, but you have to see. So needs to make sure to pick the extra card here. Does find the dagger. That's a good find for them. That's very, very nice. That's probably good timing for that. You're totally happy with that. So that's what you want to do in the pool. You want to get tons of card drawing. Just cycle through your deck as much as you can. Make good use of prescience as well, so you know what you're drawing into. Maximize your plays there. Raw up next. So Raw still has Hardy Warriors at hand here, and he can definitely go there. And you know what? I think I'd be doing that. It's kind of scary with Hundro behind, though, and that's a little bit off-putting. I would be a little bit unsettled by this. But it's, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a committing play. The problem is that you have only 1 dagger in hand, so that's kind of concerning. I'd be using Seek Allies. You've got to be protecting for Weapon Power, and such. Just plays a bit more subtle. Takes Steel Suits. Baron Harkonnen still has Hardy Warriors available here, by the way. Somehow it's not been denied to him, and I think I'd be going in here pretty much every day. You got a dagger as well. If 100 comes over the top and takes the combat, it's not a total disaster. And I think this is what we're going to see here. So here comes Seek Allies. No, he's just going to hold off and wait. He's going to play patient here. Okay. Maybe he sees that 100 is preparing to come over the top here, and maybe he sees the better of it. Maybe just fortunate. I don't know. Oh, wait, goes Carthag to get hold of Allied Armada. And will come over the top. So, as it turns out, decent move for Baron as it turned out here. Kind of fortunate. 100's only going to put in the 1 sword here. He's kind of, the problem is, though, is like, if he only puts in only 1 extra troop, then he is going to have to use ambush. I would probably put them all in, and assume that you're going to be good here and save both cards. Here comes the spice for some extra smuggling. So Paul's going to reveal for 4 and take Weapon Power. This will upset Ekaz. Ekaz was definitely eager to pick that up. But we'll have to satisfy here. This is a very good card in Paul Atreides' hands, by the way. Very, very dangerous. Ekaz is going to have 4 reveal as well. Probably Jamis here, and does to assist with card trashing. Voice turns up as well. That's a real nice find. Leah Kynes turns up here. Hello. Someone's going to be after that pretty shortly. Not this round, though. Baron to reveal 2. I mean, I guess it's Baron Hokoning. You just take a liaison and call it a day. Don't totally hate that. I think having 1 liaison on your deck is fine. I wouldn't be taking really anything else of any great use. We're just going to go for Missionaria, so setting up for potential for some extra Bene Gesserit action, maybe targeting the sister. Okay. And 100 more time, he's going to reveal for 4 and take the combat. We'll be taking surely Firm Grip, which just turned up on the row here. That's a massive card. Cannot afford Leah Kynes, but we will not be complaining. So a lot of big cards already coming out here. Hundro will take the combat, saving both the intrigues, and then Ren will take second place. Be fair, I don't think Ren will complain. Pretty likely that Hundro has a combat card. So, you know, you don't even totally hate it. So, prizes will be taken. Ren will still get a couple of Solari and an Intrigue for the Trolls. This isn't terrible early game. Don't hate that. Helps you fund Mentat use. Ooh, finds favored subject. That could be of some use later on. I actually low-key think Paul Atreides is a good leader to rush the Emperor track with. You can keep going well if it funds your Mentats, if no one else is really going for it. And you can't get access to shipping early. It's a nice kind of way to get around that. And Paul's a decent hand as well here, so I think we could be seeing some Mentat action. Ekaz is just going to go ahead and pick up Minimic. Obviously preparing for Spice and Slows later on. It does reveal detonation devices. I don't know we're going to see a lot of detonation, a lot of Dreadnought action this game. I wouldn't have thought so. Guild Bank Raid comes out. This is a very interesting combat coming up second round. This is like round 5, round 6. It doesn't really matter, but round 2, this is very significant. This is basically a rush for Swordmaster. And I suspect we're going to see a lot of action here. Harkonnen is up first, and we want to get used to his Signet Ring, so smuggling it is. I think he's going to take the cash here. So he's going to get 1 for the smuggling, and then take 5 for the shipping, and we'll be able to pay 1 for the Signet Ring ability, which I assume he's going to do. Players being kind of saying, you are going to take that, because normally you are going to go ahead and pay for that, so players being a little generous. And picks up Bindu Suspension. Not the best card in the world for Baron, not gonna lie, but being able to pass your turn can have some fun stuff later on if you can find ways of like invading spots and such. If you got like infiltration as well, that can be pretty fun. Hunter's up next. Pulls both his diplomacy cards. They didn't have either of them. This is a little bit awkward here. I mean, sure, you just got to go fold space and kind of reevaluate, right? I mean, you can't let red get there. You cannot let red get there, so you have to get in the way here, for sure. So, Paul, I do like, maybe... I actually don't mind going Hardy Warriors here. Get this done early. Prevent anyone else from getting there. You're going to get some cash out of this. You could also go Wealth, maybe, and you could even maybe consider going like an early High Council. Leah Kynes is going to be of interest to Paul Atreides here. You could conceivably go like Diplomacy to Wealth and then High Council, and that gives you 5, and you get Leah Kynes. And the problem is you are last to act, though, and Ekaz has picked up Minimix, so maybe that's not so good. You'd have to probably reveal early, which you can't really do, unless you like Fold Space, like Arakeen or something. Ekaz with Leah Kynes is going to be pretty scary, though. That's going to be very uncomfortable. He will just turtle up and call it a day. But we'll see what Atreides wants to do here. I think Wealth is still not terrible. Yeah, I think you got to go Faction Base here. Still Zeus is fine. So he knows he's drawing into an next card. If this is, like, convincing here. No, it's a Signet Ring. Okay, then. So he will not be getting Leah. Ekaz will get there. Doesn't put the troop in. This is fine. Plenty of water in the game so far, so kind of preparing that. Ekaz, I think Ekaz might have been tempted to go early reveal here. Paul Atreides can early reveal. He has 5 persuasion. I'd be really hard pressed to find an early reveal for Paul Atreides here. I really would do. But you know what? I think Ekaz with Leah Kynes just looks so dangerous here. So dangerous. especially with Minimic as well. That just feels really uncomfortable. And there is absolutely tons of Fremen cards on the row as well here, so I don't know. I wouldn't even totally hate it, but I think drawing the card and get the Signet Ring, you've kind of got too much action going on here, so it feels hard for us to find the early reveal here. Baron could also early reveal for 5, but I can't see him doing that. Surely he's prepping up for Swordmaster. So, Carfax trip it is. Fine strategic push. I tell you what, he will put in troops here, I suspect. That's not a bad little intrigue early game. We'll look to try and use that to take the combat down and get some extra money, which is always useful. But if you have Guild Bank Raid, that'd be 8 Solari for the combat. Very, very nice. Harkonnen will pick up Swordmaster, as we see. And back to Hundro here. Things kind of looking interesting for Harkonnen. For Hundro here, I should say. You've got your diplomacy. You feel like you want to use it, but Hardy Warriors feels kind of rubbish. Do you just go Wealth and kind of prep for like your Signet Ring to like smuggling, cashing in, and you'd have to get the spice somehow, though. That is a bit of an issue. You could even go to like Imperial Basin or something next round, cash in with your Signet Ring if you find it, and then you have enough money for your own Swordmaster. I actually don't hate Wealth here. Gets you the free. The Signet Ring cash in would give you to 8, and that would be Swordmaster secured. Obviously, you've got to find your Signet Ring, which is not guaranteed. But he's going to go decide against? I don't like this. I think you've got to be using your diplomacy here. What are you really doing here? The only option you've got is Arakeen. And you do not really want to be drawing into your cards now. Yeah, I really don't like that play. I think that's kind of hideous. I think you just go Wealth or Secrets. Probably Wealth. I think Wealth is good here. And call it a day. No, he's going to draw a card. Oh, I don't like this. If you do this and draw like your Signet Ring, you're going to feel pretty silly here. And Ambush is not going to get you the win here. I think he's being blinded by the Solari in combat. Does not need to get involved here. Yeah. Oh, he's going to go Hardy Warriors! And he's going to try and restrict Ekaz from Swordmaster. Wow. He's going to try and be a bit of a problem here. Okay. Wow. This is a little bit left field from Hardy. I was not expecting the Hardy Warriors play. Ekaz now having a look, seeing that he has got a dagger in hand, and realizing that he's hoping Street Push is going to be good enough here, but it's not going to be. Not a lot Ekaz can really do here. Everyone's committed their actions, but yeah, didn't expect that. So Paul Atreides is up next. Mentat with Signet Ring doesn't look too bad. You can again draw loads of your cards. You're not going to be able to see any of these, or some of these, but you're going to be able to pick up something. And then you can wait to see if Baron decides to get involved with this combat, and if he doesn't, then you can sneak in for Guild Bank Raid. I cannot see an early reveal here. I just can't see it from Paul. I would be super hard-pressed to find it for Leet, even though Leet Kynes is so good, and for Paul Atreides is a very good card. But I just don't see it. I think we're going to see probably Mentat for the double draw. Has got a load of spice, but you can do that anyways. Go Mentat first, and then just use like Doom Desert or something. I don't know. Even is the 2 Solari even that big a deal for you? I don't know. Paul J's going to go Arakeen for the double draw. Looks like he's going to. Okay. Well, there's his convincing. He knew that was his next card. He also has on him Doom Desert Planet, so has 7 reveal. So maybe hoping for that speculative Lady J turn up here, perhaps. But okay, I guess. So Ekaz will reveal and take Leet Kynes. That's pretty scary. Brown Harkonnen has an action to go. I don't think I'd worry too much about getting involved with this conflict. Just pick up Wealth. Wealth looks good. Yep. Keeps you funded for your Signet Ring when you next find it. This is totally fine. Very solid. Gives you a victory point there as well. And that's totally good. So Hundro is going to have a dagger, 2 to buy. So just a liaison, we'll call it the yay. Paul Atreides has 7 to buy here. Now, what do you pick as Paul? There's so many good choices. Siege Reverend Mother looks amazing for Paul. I think this is a fantastic card for Paul. Esmeralda is very, very versatile. Gives a lot of options. It's an engineer, I think you're going down that route. Steel Guard's a very capable card. They're all good choices, but I think Paul really benefits from card trashing because of all the deck cycle. In the Fremen Bond, he's going to see a lot of. So I think I go Siege Reverend. I go Stilgar. Okay. Interesting. Maybe he's just going to look to use this just to go load to research stations later on in the game, I guess. Man, bypassing Seats Reverend, I don't think I would have done that. I think this is such a good card. And you just get a load of some liaisons and stuff. But he's going to take it the other way around, is Ren. So, for the buy for Baron, again, I think card trashing is pretty useful in anyways. Even if you just use the faction access, but he's going to go for the Jesuit Sister here. Gunvolter, the next card up. Solid card. Hundro likes Gunvolter a lot. He can get a lot of troops in garrison sometimes, get a little bit stuck. So here comes strategic push for Raw, and is going to get the bad news. Surely Hundro's getting involved with ambush here. He can win it outright and deny 4 Solari. I think you got to do it. I think considering he's used that as well, he's clearly going for Swordmaster here. If you take ambush, like, you deny this. And Raw realizes he's not good anymore. He realizes he's in trouble, and he realizes it's up to Daddy if he wins this combat, and ambush is played. I think you got it, especially when he plays the strategic push immediately. That gives you an idea of his intentions. So good denial play from Daddy. Will take the combat down to 6 Solari. Raw's gonna have to settle for 4 and not the 8 he was hoping. And a couple of coins for Paul Atreides as well, which is not too bad. We're gonna move on to the next round here. I think everyone's kind of reasonably ish happy. So people got some pretty strong cards in the first couple of rounds, though. Baron maybe's got a little bit of work to do, perhaps, but we'll see. Anyways, third combat is race stockpile, so this is the other main resource generator one. No victory points available yet, so not ideal for Baron. Baron draws a hideous hand here. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's bad. That is really bad here. Ekaz has pulled Sayadina and Liat Kynes, and oh my gosh. I think he's legit got a Spice Must Flow here in hand. Liat Kynes and Sayadina together are 7. Liat plays for 4, Sayadina for 3. Paul's found Weather Power and Stilgar here. Hundro prepping up with some mining plans here. Or might be going smuggling, actually. But he's going to struggle to actually pay for Swordmaster here. We'll see what the plan is. So Baron uses Bindu and finds convincing. His hand does not improve here. This is a real problem. I think Baron, you've just got to get involved to like Carthag or Arakeen. Either's fine, and get troops in. Best thing for it. Finds Windfall. I tell you what, that's a good card for Sean. That's a really good card for him. Again, the help's just fund. No, it's already done. Yeah, it's already there, so don't need to worry about that. Scripting does everything for you on this board. Do a super job. So here comes the smuggling. He's not going to cash in here. No need to do that. Interesting that he declines fold space, though. Wow! And now Paul can just go there. I guess he figures he's going to be able to shut off Paul a bit anyways, but I'm very surprised that Hundro has bypassed this. He's willing to give up this for Swordmaster as well. This is interesting. And Paul Atreides is not going to complain. He's going to be able to ship with Stilgar with this. Wow, I'm very surprised Daddy decided to not block Paul Atreides there. Didn't like that. So Ekaz is just going to go ahead and Stilgar here, and he's just going to take the point straight away. So Sayadina pays immediately. Very good. It was never likely he was just going to go ahead and actually just reveal for the Spice of Slow, but it was an option there. But that's fine. So again, players have got to really like keep an eye on Steel Suits, and obviously now he has access to Siege to Bar as well. And Voice be used to keep Sayadina spots open as well, so that's really dangerous. Baron's going to take the 4 spies here. This is really good. I tell you what, considering how bad Baron's hand's been, it's a great result for him. I'm going to put in, Hundred's going to go ahead and take the Swordmaster. Again, cannot believe this. Paul Atreides is just going to go Stilgar here and just go into Stir. There's absolutely no reason not to do this. Get the water as well. You're the only person with any kind of water as well. Everyone else has no water here, so you've got great flat in your grasp. And I tell you, as a Paul Atreides player, I'd be pretty happy with this. And then you can just use Weapon Power for the Highliner bump. And then you go instead of shipping next turn as well. And you just, you take that alliance, that piece for your Swordmaster as well. You probably use it like your Signet Ring. Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with this as Paul Atreides. I'd be very happy with how this is progressing so far. Concerned of Ekaz, though. Ekaz looking very dangerous here. Ekaz is up. Mentat is available, though I don't suspect we'll see him used. He cannot go Hardy Warriors of Liat Kynes. That's a problem. Could voice, but I don't really know if there's any real good spots to go here. I guess you just go to the siege and you just try and muster as much water as you can. I guess that's what I'd be doing here. Pure basins, like, I guess you don't hate the spice though. You want to be using selective breeding to find Sidene as often as you can. So might see Imperial Base instead. No, he's going to go siege. So Ekaz making the plan very obvious. He's just going to take points of water and he's going to go ahead and take points with Liet Kynes for Sisus Flows. And he's going to hope that he can just outpace the rest of the table here. It's going to be difficult for the table to do a whole lot about this as well. Handy dandy. Voice tokens. These are not part of the actual original game. These tokens should be noted. These were made for the TTS tables here, but they are very, very useful. Just going to move the camera slightly. There we go. And he's going to go ahead and block up Arakeen. Doesn't really matter. The only person being affected is the Baron, and Baron has no access to Arakeen anyways, so it's completely irrelevant here. Baron, oh, that's a lie. No, Hundra actually has action to go as well. I do apologize. He's going to go ahead and block the Spice instead. Baron Harkonnen, I would just be grabbing Mentat or a Tech. And he's going to go ahead and do so. Take the couple of coins. Hundra won't mind seeing that, to be fair. Oh, he's going Dreadnoughts! Oh, producer Sean is going Dreadnoughts. Well, well, well. Okay, I guess. I didn't think we were going to see it, but Baron Harkonnen he's getting greedy. He's going for it. You'd expect him to get at least one hit off this before all is said and done here, but Baron Harkonnen, he is putting his flag in the ground. I love it. This is very risky. And bear in mind, of course, Baron still has not got his Master Stroke ability off yet, so he's still waiting on that. Hundro is going to be a little bit upset to see this, because Paul's not going to be too much. Hundro is going to be largely the person the Baron's going to be fighting with. Ekaz will pick a spot. Paul will pick a spot. And Hundro is just going to go ahead and take the coins. So Baron's going to win this combat as well. Free Spice and Intrigue, having just got a detonation device in the Dreadnought, that feels pretty good. Paul Atreides is going to reveal for 2. He's going to take the Fremen bump. Oh, I see. This is actually a really shrewd play. So what Ren's doing here is he's taking the bump, the Fremen, because he's going to decide that he has to be the one to stop Ekaz here and has to get in the way of all the water generation and Siege Tabor and just make life difficult. That's exactly the plan. Ekaz picks up Fremen. Yeah, Ekaz is just going to bomb every Fremen card he can physically see here. No surprise there. So Ren feels he's going to have to get in the way. Baron's going to reveal for free here. I actually don't hate Court Intrigue. I think this is a totally fine one for the Baron. I'll be able to cite, you're going to get a lot of intrigues and snipe at the ones you don't really need. Totally don't hate it. I don't really see anything in terms of Space Travel I wouldn't invest in. I think Court Intrigue's the way to go. And it just gives you, like, you can always as well use that as like a holding move and maybe even challenge that alliance that I don't like Space Travel. I don't think it does enough for you here. I think Court Intrigue just pairs nicely with the Baron because you could be seeing a lot of intrigues. Does Clydesdale buy anything? Okay. Hundro just takes a liaison, and that is going to be all. So Baron with the victory here, and he's set up pretty nicely for next round as well, is hoping for some combat victory points here. There has not been only the skirmish so far, and he decided to stay out of it. So free Spice and the intrigue. See what he pulls. Finds bypass. I tell you what, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good for him here, with some decent cards there, like Ixen Engineer, Esmar Tuek as well. That's a great Dreadnought Funder. That is a real strong card, so I wouldn't be against even using that. Maybe use it, and then go to Arakeen to draw Esmar immediately and get the resources. Oh, that feels really nice. Use it on Gunfopter? Ooh, that's also really nice. Could be a lot of fun here for the Baron. Depends how creative he's going to be. Anyways, so it's next round. And the victory point is here. Desert Power is the conflict. Now, again, only Paul and Ekaz have the water so far. So it'll be interesting to see how things proceed. Ekaz does find access to both Siege and Steel Suits, which is a little bit annoying. I think Paul... We'll see what Paul wants to do here. Andrew's going to go ahead and cash in on the Imperial base and look to put some troops in. Feels like he's got to get in the way here. Has got firm grip in hand, but he's going to be patient and wait. Yeah, the problem with Paul here is that he has to, like, if he's going to try and police ECAS, well, he's not going to be doing too much shipping. He's got 2 more rounds of interstellar shipping, and then he won't be, so we'll kind of see how things proceed here. ECAS definitely has potential to spiral, though. Hundro, yeah, I think just put him in. I don't hate this. I think this is fine. So Paul's going to go here. So Paul declined against going for the ship spacing alliance, so... Curious to see if he's going to go for it this time, or if he's going to maybe make another different push. We'll see what the plan is. Paul's not going to go challenging alliances. I like this. I think you could be a little bit more aggressive here. You know, when you've got the first interstellar shipping access, like, you could be really aggressive on a faction of your choice, basically, and declining against it. ECAS will surely just be going steel suits. No, he's going to go wealth, so he's going to prepare up for Swordmaster here. Paul does have access to there as well, so maybe feels he can also go Mentat if he needs to. Might even go High Council. We'll see what the plan is here. Baron's up. Baron's got a decent hand here. He can get Missionary use. Maybe goes Bene Gesserit's sister. There's a lot of things you could do here. It's kind of, there's almost too much going on in this hand. He's going to see Bene Gesserit and Missionary and think, I've really got to make use out of this. But the only way you can really do that is to get, like, Mentat now, which is hard pressed to do. Steel Suits looks really good for Baron as well. You want to get that water. Prep up for Masterstroke later on as well. Start getting dudes in here. Yeah, I think this is totally fine. Don't hate this at all. Got to put pressure on Hundro as well here. Dreadnought minimum. Doesn't have to put the troops in. He can threaten potential Masterstroke here, and that's why he's keeping the garrison. He's threatening Masterstroke at all times, basically. Hundro has to go conspiring if he wants to go, or he's going to go get hold of a tech. Is he going to go spy satellites? Maybe training drones? I don't even hate going conspire here, but he's going to take spy satellites. So, interesting to go spy satellites. And with firm grip here, very interesting. So he's just going to look to just bomb Alliance. Or maybe he's going to try and use that to actually cash it in. One thing with Spy Satellites people forget is that if you can always trash it with 3 spice whenever you want for a victory point, so you can still get your 4, which I think his plan is here, but using 7 spice for that is kind of expensive. It's also denial against ECAS. If ECAS get Spy Satellites, that is a catastrophic situation, so bit of denial there probably as well. So you can Paul's up. Paul, you feel, has got to be going Swordmaster now, and will do so. Got to get in the way. ECAS does have Mentat if he wants it. Paul, by the way, very limited here. I suspect Paul is prepping up for Great Flat here with the mining. No one's going to be able to stop him here. Great Flat for 6 spice and get some troops in late. Feels pretty good. No, ECAS is going to go Carthag instead. No, he's just going to gear in Siege. So here we go again. So ECAS is willing to give up actions here. He's willing to give up actions. So just going to keep building up the water here. He's just going to try and basically be just sit, you know, figures between the Kind and Sayadina. He's good. You know what? He might well be. It's not impossible. So Baron's up here. So Baron, I actually don't hate going secrets here. You know, I think this is good for Baron. Again, sits up for Missionaria if he can get use of it. Secret Rating you'd also like as well, but you've got both options, basically. Finds Blackmail. I tell you what, this is a good card for Baron. Baron can make a lot of use out of this. And with Detonation Devices, you won't be finding as many combat intrigues as you can, so it's a good pickup for him. Hundro will go smuggling here. He's just going to kind of have to play a little bit... kind of, I wouldn't say cagey, but maybe not getting as much impact of his moves he'd like. Paul is going to go Great Flat. Do you put in 2 troops, or do you just put in the 1? I think I just put in probably the 1. Your Baron's still to act, and you have no swords in hand, so if you're going to put anything in, put in 1. You don't even have to. Might even just decline. I wouldn't be putting 2 in here. I just don't like it. I don't think it offers... You're never seeing second place on the rewards often enough. You're never getting that water. You don't have to put anything in. Depends. Do you think the troop for the spice is worth it now? I don't hate it. I think it's fine. So Ekaz is going to reveal for free and just start buying liaisons. That's all he's going to do. Just buy every Fremen card he can physically find and, you know, rock and roll from there. Ekaz will not be able to trash. He's not put 2 troops onto the main part of the board here, as coordination is the rules. So no trashing available. We're all definitely well set up here for this game, potentially. Here comes the Missionario for Baron here, so this is a great spot for him here. Savfk it will be. Gets the extra bump here as well. Finds Bribery. Oh, that's a monster card for Baron Harkonnen. Oh, my goodness. Wow, this is really, really good for him here. So, gets a bump for free. Is he going to challenge for an alliance? I would be taking it with the Emperor and then using Bribery later on to get extra troops into the combat. Yeah, I like this. I think this is good. I wouldn't be going Bribery right now. Don't need to. Hold that in the back pocket. He's not going to put any troops in? Is he really? What? He's putting troops in. He's pretty much. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, so he's gonna be careful here. Like in theory, once he's clicked the pass button, he is not obligated to get involved. You gotta put in more than that. Whoa! What on earth? Wow! Does he not want to win this combat? Does Baron Harkonnen? Is he just gonna blackmail? Wow! How do you not put another troop there? I understand keeping the 2 troops in garrison, but you don't need to worry about it. You got Bribery. Like you can go to a city and put in 4 troops whenever you want. Get Hardy Warriors, put them in whenever you want. Oh, why not the extra troop Baron? Now you got blackmail to win this, and that's not ideal, really. Blackmail is something you want to be leaving towards the later end of the game when you've got persuasion to spare. Didn't like that. Anyways, so Paul's going to buy space travel. And it's back to Baron, who has free to buy here. Kind of the same situation with the board here. He is now going to draw into whatever he pulls, though. Again, I think Court Intrigue is less valuable now. You've got Bribery. You can take that alliance with that. You probably don't really need it, and your Intrigues are fine. You know, I actually don't even hate not buying here now. I think it's fine. I would actually probably recommend just passing. Your deck's okay. Your deck's not great, let's be honest. It's not amazing. Might be tempted to Court Intrigue here. It does give you insurance in case like someone decides to make a crazy challenge on the alliance here, but I mean, you can go Recruiter and use that to back up with your Dreadnoughts here. I don't even hate that, but it's going to decline again. So Baron now has to play Blackmail if he wants to combat. I think you've got to. It's 2 victory points. You can't really be turning this down. You kind of got to do it, right? Baron had not decided yet. Baron's got it. Yeah, he's got blackmail. He should really have put the extra troop in, but at least he's going to blackmail and take the combat down this way, which is good. Obviously, Allied Armada is a problem here, so he's going to drop with there. So, a little bit awkward here, but that will get him to 10. And that will be good for the combat here, so if he's happy with that, okay. So that is going to resolve. So Baron will get a detonation point. As well as the combat point here. So 2 points for the combat for Baron, which is pretty good. But he's going to need to find more Dreadnoughts for all is said and done here. It'll be a Spice and a Water for Hundro, and it will be a Spice for Paul Atreides. And we're going to move on here. A bit more expensive for sure than I would have liked. I'm not going to lie. But I don't totally hate it. It is what it is. At least the points were taken. That's the main thing here. Next up is Machinations. It's usually a very hard fought after combat here. All rewards pretty okay. Even the water here isn't like outrageous, although everyone's kind of got some stuff now. Ekaz will be getting in here, no doubt. He will be using Jamis and will be getting involved here, no question asked. Probably a steal, so you can just get tons of water here, but we'll see. Paul Atreides is up first, though. So Paul has his last access into the shipping, which he should be doing with Signet Ring. I think pretty much every time here. I don't know what Paul's going to do in regards to alliances, though. Is he going to go... No, you can't be going space travel now. What? No. Just Pondering moves. Depends what his next card is. I'm kind of curious to see what it was. He did look. We'll have a little look ourselves. It still guards the next card here. It's a big card. So up and down. Garrison the troops. It's just a question of where you want to take the bump. Does Paul Atreides fight for the Fremen Alliance, assuming that Ekaz is going to go there heavy? I think you've got to look to challenge Ekaz here. Ekaz is looking really dangerous here. If you let him take this alliance as well, like, that's really bad news. I think you've got to fight him here. Oh, I don't like spacing because now Hundro's going to start getting in the way. I guess he figures he's got space travel and he's going to try and secure it with that, I guess. Okay, I guess. Going to take the spice. Figures he doesn't really need the money. Although, to be fair, I think you do, Paul, because you can get some use out of Mentat. But never mind. You can go either way here. Having a ton of spice is good. I guess Paul Atreides is eyeing up Highliner here with space travel. I guess that's the plan. So, just more water for Ekaz. So what Ekaz is doing here is he's going to Siege to prep up for Jamis, is what's going on here. He's going to be going Hardy Warriors, so he's getting the water in advance, so he can still pay for it, basically. And he's going to have free for when Side Eater comes around. Baron Harkonnen is going to go Hardy Warriors first, however, although Jamis, of course, can infiltrate. So, we're going to see Masterstroke come off. It's good combat for him to do it, actually, as well. So, finally gets the Masterstroke off. So, he'll get his extra bumps with the Fremen and the Spacing Guild. I don't know if he's ever likely to get the Fremen Alliance, though. It's a little awkward. I don't know, there's a lot of competition for it. He could bribery and take it now. And you know what? I think I would probably consider doing it. You got to figure there's some heat there, but he's going to wait. I think I would have been getting in front there. You know, just being the first one there, it's 4, and that keeps everyone else out, but we'll see. We'll see what the plan is. Hundro's up. Hundro has not got a great hand. Hundro needs to get an alliance so he can get Allied Armada doing something, by the way. Otherwise, it's going to be stuck in his hand for the rest of the game. And that feels kind of bad here. But what alliance is he going to go for here? Fremen looks awkward. He'd have to basically just go completely all in for spacing. But spacing looks awkward because, you know, Paul picks stage travel. He's got a ton of spice. So it's all kinds of awkward here. Just going to go in and pick up some intrigues and kind of reevaluate here. Oh, big card. Urgent mission. Huge card. He'll be using this to go double interstellar shipping in the next round or so. That's a big find. Big find. Gonna put the troop in. Don't like this. I really don't like putting the troop in here. I think this is doing nothing. Why you put it in so early? You've got tons of use. I guess you have no intention of going any more combat. I don't like this at all. I think this is... I would save the troop and just wait for the next round here. A minimum. Don't like putting him in there. Just don't think you're ever going to get rewards of it often enough. Paul Atreides is up. So Paul doesn't have to be worried that Baron Harkonnen can get to interstellar shipping. There's no way he can do it. Not immediately. There's nothing he can find which is going to produce him 2 spice from an intrigue. So he doesn't have to wait yet. What does Paul want to do here? Paul going Arakeen? Oh, he is going to go Menta. Okay, then. Always interesting when you see players, there's a little thing I do note. When you see players use like an Arrakis liaison to go Mentat, that's usually pretty telling about what their, they obviously don't care about their persuasion in this hand. That's usually a bit of a tell. So if you do see that, if someone, especially like Paul or that sort of thing, or an Ekaz or an Ilban, you should be very concerned if you're looking to get involved in the battle here. So, Mentat, Swordmaster for Ekaz, holding off on Jamis. Baron is going to go ahead and just pick up some spice in Hagar Basin. I don't hate this. So he's prepping up for some Highliner action. And this might force Paul Atreides' hand here. I think Paul wanted to wait on the Highliner, but now Baron has 7 persuasion. He might think he's got to do it, although diplomacy is out. I don't think Baron can get there elsewhere. Baron Harkonnen's going flagships. I think that's the plan here. I think he's prepping up for flagships. He can't get it end Dreadnought, however. That's a little bit of a shame. Hundro offers to go Arakeen to put in more troops here. I really don't like this for Hundro. I just don't think you're getting enough out of this combat here. Is the water that important? You've really got nothing else to do? Don't like it. So yeah, Paul feels like he's got to go here now. So he's going to put in... I think he put in all 7. Although you have got swords in hand. Actually, you got Stilgar and Dagger. So I actually reckon you don't need to do this. Oh, no. Actually, no, you don't need to do this at all. Stilgar and Dagger. You got bags of strength. I really think this is a bit overcommitting. Now, as it turns out, Ekaz is going to just go... he's going to Steel Citizen and just take even more water here. Don't like Paul going in this heavy. I think that was a little bit unnecessary. You've got an action to go as well. You know, if absolute disaster happens, you can always go research station, put in extra troops, or go Imperial Basin or Great Flat. Didn't need to put in that many. I think you could have been a little bit more thinking ahead for next round. But just whacks them in and calls it a day. Maybe he's going to use Stilgar. Maybe that's the intention? Why is he putting him? Is he going research station? Is that the plan with Stilgar? Still don't need to put in that many troops. Baron is just going to go ahead and take the smuggling here. Needs to draw a card, does Paul, by the way. He has not done so. There we go. Baron should still be taking the intrigues here. Flagship's being threatened for later, though. Picks up machine coach. I tell you what, this is not a bad pull for Baron Harkonnen here. If he is going flagships, or even he could pivot and just take a couple of cheap techs, that is a victory point there. That's a good find. Baron finding some good intrigues here. Finding some good intrigues. He should be looking to make some use of bypass protocol, though, while he still can. Danger is that the use of that is kind of getting a bit minimized here. 100 is getting in the way for getting in here for tech negotiation. I think this is largely just kind of holding and kind of holding off. I guess he's also preparing for Signet Ring. Is Hunter Moritani looking to maybe find a way to pinch flagships here? Let's see. So Paul's up. Yeah, Paul's kind of not got a lot going on here. Convincing argument is the card. There's no way you could draw it with Web of Power. You could Web of Power to like do you Web of Power to selective breeding here? And draw a load of cards and get Splice Must Flow here? I don't even hate it. I honestly don't even hate it. You will see some of your cards. You're going to see one of them on a redraw immediately. I don't hate that. I think there's enough value. You get the water from the Fremen. You get a card draw from the spacing. You don't get money from the Emperor, but that doesn't really matter. And you need to start making some work in. So whatever power it's going to be here, I think selective breeding is the way to go. Get rid of like your dagger and then like draw a load of cards. You probably get Spice Must Flow here. I like this. I think this is good. I think this achieves enough, and you're not guaranteed to get Spice Must Flow. But I think you get there often enough that you don't need to worry about it. Like, if you have some crazy pull where you don't get there, then it's like, what do you do? So he gets to draw... He can draw the one card for spacing before. It doesn't really matter which order he does it in. He's only allowed to draw one, however. So he's got to make sure to trash before he draws all 3. I've seen it before. Players have drawn all 3 cards and like, oh, yeah, I've got to trash. But by then, it's a bit too late. So you've got to put those 2 back and redraw them again. No. No, he's not. Paul Atreides is going Imperial Basin. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like that. At least do it with Stilgar or something. You don't need the swords. Are you going to put in troops as well? He's concerned of intrigues from the Baron. He's scared to death that Baron's got like Al Armada or something. But he doesn't have an alliance. Oh, he's going to put him in. Oh, I think this is unnecessary. 20 sword strength on this is a real overcommitment for 2 bumps. Kind of don't like this. If you had like Panzervin plans, maybe, but I'm not a fan of this. So Ikaz just reveals and trashes the Dune. Here comes Bypass Protocol from Baron here, so this tells you he's not going flagship, so good chance here to pick a card that he wants. He's going to be going, I think, Ixion Engineer. Yeah, I think that tells story with Machine Culture as well. I think that's a pretty telling situation with Ixion Engineer. So if he can find his way to 3 techs, he'll get there. He has 1. He's got to find 2 more here. So putting his marker out here and telling the situation where he's going, he can put it on top of his deck if he wants. And that's it's to be noted, yeah. So if he pays 2, he can acquire a cost of 5 instead of the cost of 3, and he can put it. Yeah, and that's to the top of your deck. I don't believe you have to with bypass. I don't 100% remember, but either way, Baron definitely putting a marker down the ground, telling you what the situation's going to be here. Maybe Paul sees that and is a little bit upset maybe to see him pick that. It's a bad idea. He's still got 2 to buy as Baron. I would not be buying here. I think your deck is big enough. You've turned down Court Intrigue this many times. There's no point getting it now. Andro's going to reveal for 5. He wanted Esmar. He should get it. Chone Dreadship, by the way, is on the row here. Wow. Paul Atreides may be really regretting that he didn't go selective breeding. He would have been able to pick this up, and that would have been an absolute bucket ton of bumps for him. That is a little unfortunate for Paul. He would have been basically guaranteed. I think he would have been guaranteed to pick, have 8 persuasion minimum, and would be picking up Chone Directorship. He's preparing. What is going on here? Why the extra bump with the Spacing Guild? I'm really surprised by this with Ren. I really think this alliance is in no deck. There's no double bumps out there, and you're going to win this conflict. I really don't think that's necessary. It'd be so much more expansive with your buying here. But oh well. So comments got resolved. We see it. No one has anything. So Paul is going to win the combat and take this down. Pretty expensive. Baron's going to get water a couple of Solari, which is not terrible, I guess. And Hondra's just going to pick up the loose water here, denying Ekaz here. Not that Ekaz particularly cares, ultimately. He's got full water. He's in pretty good shape. So Paul gets a couple of bumps. I would be taking Bene Gesserit and Emperor, given the situation. I don't think Fremen is that worth it, but there's a lot of competition for that. You're never going to get there. I think Emperor makes logical sense. You've got Favored Subject, and Hardy Warrior, and Bene Gesserit. You might as well start making some progress there as well. I would hate to see a spacing bump here. I would absolutely hate it. Doesn't, thank goodness. I mean, I get it in a tournament that you want to be sure of things, but I think, yeah, a little conservative from Ren. I think there's definitely a chance here. Might view this and feel the same. Might view this and think, no chance. But anyway, so here comes Ekaz, his first act, finds Liet Kynes, finds Teacher of Mother, so there is at least a Spiceless Flow here. Currently is getting 6, 9, 11, currently on 14 Persuasion is Ekaz if you're revealed right now. Liet plays for 6, Teacher of Ebon for 3, 2 2s, and a Minimic for 1. He's a little bit annoyed though, he's hoping to find Saidina. Saidina is in the deck somewhere. Ekaz can go Fremen and just go like Steel Suits or Hardy Warriors. Wow, what a combat, by the way. Oh my goodness, it's Imperial Basin. What an absolute bonus. Brucey bonus this is for Ekaz here. What a perfect combat to get involved in. Even if he loses it, he gets 2 water back. That's pretty sickening. So he's going to be going here. And this is kind of why I wanted to see Baron use bribery for Fremen earlier if he was going to do that. I think he kind of had to do it. You know, to get in front here, because now, like, trying to catch Ekaz on this line is going to be very difficult. Very, very difficult. But we'll see what the plan is. Anyway, so Baron Harkonnen can definitely get 2 techs here. Between, like, just going Tech Negotiation and or Dreadnought. Probably goes Dreadnought, and as well as Ixen Engineer itself. I think you use Ixen Engineer for its action. And you assume that you probably are going to see it again at some point. Andro's got Firm Grip in his hand. Paul Atreides has got Diplomacy, Fold Space, some okay. You know, everyone's kind of got decent hands here. But yeah, 100% you do this. Like, there's no question you do this. And just getting rid of all the minecarts, giving all the city access so you can try and guarantee siege. I'd be putting them all in. Or at least 2. I guess he figures he's going to use the Arrakis Liaison here as a trip to siege or something. So here comes Baron. But the bribery... Oh, he's using this to go... Oh, he's going to go the other way around, is Baron Harkonnen. He's going to use it to intercept the spacing, the interstellar from Hundro. Okay, he's going to go the way round about it. I don't even hate this either. I would be doing this a Vixen Engineer then, I think. I think you just got to get these techs while they're cheap and while they're there. But he's going to use doing Desert Planet. Okay, it's not a bad thing. And there you go. So again, telling his place, he's saying, I'm going for techs. We're going for it. Absolutely all in here. I tell you what, here, he might even go smuggling with Extension if it's still there. That's bad news for Hundro. Hundro was really wanting to get there as well. But nope, not to be. So Hundro's going to have to go and replan his turn here. He's still got a decent hand. Firm grip and diplomacy's there. Firm grip gives full persuasion on having the alliance, which he certainly does not have. And it's going to be hard for him to get the alliance here. Again, he was hoping to get urgent mission in this round, but he's going to have to wait. So, research station it is. Interesting. I don't know if I like that. You got so many good cards here. I guess you just go in Spicer's Flow. Oh, but you're not even there. You got 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 persuasion in hand. I don't really like this. I don't know. That's not my favorite move of the game from Daddy. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I think going Arrakis Liaison there as well is very curious. I don't know how he intends to pick up the. How's he gonna pick up the 9 persuasion for Spicer's Flow here? Or is he going for Cho'am? He can't even go High Council. Paul Atreides is gonna go conspiring here. Here we go. All right, so he's prepping up here, and this is getting ready to put troops in with favored subjects. So Paul Atreides is getting ready to rock and roll here. I think this is a good combat to go for. Ekaz will be going. He's going to go Arakeen here instead. Finds another liaison. I mean, he doesn't hate seeing that, but I think he was hoping for something else probably. But regardless, so Baron is going to go get the double text now. This was the plan, and I don't hate this at all. So he's going to go Interstellar here, so he gets loads of stuff on the cheap here. So great chance here for Baron to take a load of points. So it has to come down. So obviously he can take the rewards in any order he so fancies. He's going to take the spice, obviously. He gets he can go flagships. Well, he does. So flagships he can get for 6. He can use that for the -2 here. So that gets him down to 1. I won't touch the tiles. Nothing to do with me. And then he can still use. Oh, he can't use Engineer for anything though. Interesting. So restrictive ordnance is the next tech. Oh yeah, I guess he didn't have enough to do everything. Interesting that Baron decided to do so. I think I would have tempted to have seen him pick up. I guess he thinks he can pick up the 3rd tech whenever he wants. So I guess that's fine. It's also a victory point in the bag. So Baron's going for it all here. Baron is going for absolutely everything. And he's going to hope to pick up a tech later. He might even go Dagger to tech negotiations and pick up steel suits. Or wind traps even, if it's still there. Maybe that's the point here from Baron. He's just going to completely turtle up here and look to get in next round. Maybe that's the intentions. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what Sean's planning here. This is fascinating. He's up to 7 points, which is really good, I think, given the situation. 100 Mortani's going to go selective breeding now, right? He does indeed. He's drew hideously. So, Dagger goes. He's desperately trying to find Spicer's Flow here. This feels like a desperate. Finds another Dagger. Finds a liaison. Oh. He's only got 7 persuasion. Does Hundro Moritani. This attempt to try and find Spicer's Flow. Really struggling here. Really struggling to find it. This is problems now for Hundro. How Hundro hasn't gone wealth yet is amazing. So Paul Atreides is ready to get troops in, but now he sees Ekaz is in here, but he knows he's got to go for it. Paul Atreides has got to shut his eyes and put these troops in, and he's got to win this combat. It's too important. You cannot let Ekaz, with this Liat Kyne stuff going on, you cannot let him win a combat. That will be a catastrophe. He's got to go Carthag and just go in here. There's no other play, I don't think. You've got Mars Tactician, which is a good sign. He has no intrigues, which is always good. Finds rapid mobilization. Tell you what, it's not bad here, but here comes favored subject, so here comes the extra 2 troops. So he can put in a maximum of 5 here. Can't put them all in. 2 for Garrison, 1 for Carfag, 1 for the city. So there's the 5. And again, Ekaz has no additional intrigues here. And again, that's the problem. When you don't have any intrigues, it makes you very easy to play against in combat, because they can just see what you have, a rough idea of what you've got, and know that they're probably, especially if they've got combats in hand, it means very hard to win anything here. And the problem is for Ekaz is that if he doesn't win this and takes the 2 water, it's actually not even that good for him here, because he's not getting to research station, because Paul's going to block that. And the other issue here as well. Oh, Baron didn't take their bump here for shipping. It's a good spot. So he's at 8 points actually. Whoa. And so the difference between Ekaz being 4 and 6 water is really non-existent. So Ekaz kind of has to win this, and now it's really difficult for him to do so. Wow, this could be a real major blow for Ekaz here. Wouldn't you believe it? So he's going to go siege. He's got nothing else to do here, I guess. Just put an extra troop in. Well, what else does he do? He can use the card and still get the spice from Liet Kynes. Liet Kynes is worth 8 points currently, which is insane. There's no Mentat. He's almost got to go siege, right? What else do you do? Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta continue to charge Paul Atreides as much as you can here. But Paul actually doesn't even need to put any more in here. This is kind of a I've got nothing else to do move from Ekaz here. Baron Harkonnen is going to go secrets again, so he's racing this alliance, and Baron Harkonnen all of a sudden is trying to win this combat. He's trying to win this game. I know he can't win it right now, but he's in a great spot. Fine tiebreaker. There's no Chow Murky, so this still has some intrinsic value. Here comes the will finally from Hundro. He's going to take this and bump Bene Gesserit, I would imagine. Gets him 2 points. Don't see anything else happening here. It's also the most likely alliance he could win. So 2 points there for Hundro. Paul Atreides has got fold space. And I don't know what he wants to do with it. There's no great spots for it anymore. I tell you what, if Paul Atreides is a shrewd player here, he daggers the Mentat, and then he can see face up what Ekaz has got. Ekaz has no more actions. I think that's the play from Paul here. Grab Mentat with your dagger. You've got backup, and you can always just go to a mining spot as well. You don't need to worry about it. And I think that's why he's looking at his next card here. I think you dagger the Mentat. Or is he going to go full space to Mentat? Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't like doing that for both. Oh, do you know what you're drawing into? Liaison doesn't get you anywhere. Oh, it's Dune Desert Planet. Okay, if he knew Dune Desert Planet was his other card, then fine. And he knew that he couldn't see it from just a normal Mentat. Okay, that's okay. Then I don't hate it. So Throne Directorship is bought instead of the Spiceman's Flow here. Interesting from Ekaz here. Is he trying to block off Hundro? I guess. It's still a good purchase for him nonetheless. With no spy satellites. Remember, of course, Hundro Moritani has got spy satellites, by the way. So he wants to find free spies to trash that for the point. Hopefully he doesn't forget about it, for that matter. Baron's going to reveal for a couple. Baron does not need to do anything here. Baron does not... I don't think Baron buys. I think you keep your deck as absolutely slim as possible. Maybe Recruiter. I don't even hate Recruiter. Like, it's not outrageous to go for that. It's about the only card to be of any interest in buying here at this point of the game. Producer Sean has a real chance here. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's a big next combat. It's going to be fascinating to know what it is. Is it a 2-pointer? No one's got any great garrisons, though. We'll see. Anyways, Hundro is up next. Hundro has urgent mission potential here, but what would you do with it? You've got 7 persuasion. I think he was going to urgent mission to tech negotiation and take Throne Directorship. He's going to decline against it and just hold on for now. Opulence is in the row. It's going to be difficult to get value out of that, though, I think, at this late stage of the game. So he just takes it. Paul Atreides now knows that if he knows that Marty, he needs Master Tactician. He knows that he can't go to a mining spot and win via that. So he knows he's got to use Tactician to win the combat, but he will win it. He can't lose it. So that's great. So what do you do with the bonus action then? There's no great cards in the row. I think you just pick up, like, I'd go in probably Hacker Base and just pick up 2 spies. I think you 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 just pick up I think you've got to protect Research Station. I don't think I'd be running that away. You know, Ikaz is going to have like 7 water. But with all that water, he's not doing a whole lot. So like, you can't keep using Sidena again and again and again. And he's going to have a problem here as well. He's going to draw Sidena in here. But if he draws any extra cards, he's not going to see it for some time. So it's going to be awkward for him. Raw's going to have some deck issues here. I think I just pick up some Spice. There's no reason to do anything else here. Dreadnought, I wouldn't bother. I don't think Dreadnought support can be fun, but I don't really think it's that valuable here. I guess the question is what you're doing else with your money. High Council. Just go High Council. You might, you know, you're going to go Spice of Flow later on, right? You're going to struggle to win next combat. I think High Council's the way to go here. Or mining. Either's fine. Depends how you see it. Depends what you're intending to do next round. Whoa! He's going to go all 4 Spice. He's going to give up Research Station. Interesting. Interesting. Did not expect that. Why is Paul Page putting in the troop? You don't need to do that. You could save that position. You've got to be winning the combat here, right? Are you really just happy to deny Ikaz and not take the water? That seems insane. Yeah, it's 4 to buy. I probably wouldn't buy. I think your deck is plenty big enough. You got 15 cards. I would not be buying anymore. I think that is plenty big. So, is Paul Atreides... I guess he's just going to tie the combat? He's going to use this. I don't know why he put in the extra troop. Didn't need to do that. A bit of an oversight, but whatever. Like, he had no backup there, so maybe a bit of kind of bit of autoplay. Regardless, he's going to take the combat down. So Ikaz is going to be up to 7 water here, which is kind of ridiculous. And we're going to move on to the tier 3s. This is going to be a big, big turn here. Baron Harkonnen wants to end this game right now. It's the battle for Carthag. 2 victory points are on the line here. Huge combat coming here. Hundred feels like he's probably got to win it here. 100 picks up Opulence and Esmar here. Let's have a look at Baron's hand. He opens up. Baron's hand is not great. Oh, Baron's hand is really not good at all. Oh, dear. No shipping access. That's also a shame. I think you got to get troops in, right? What do you do here as Baron? Do you just go Hardy Warriors? If you win the combat as Baron, you probably just win anyways. You got to be aggressive. You got to go for it here. And does. He's going to go for it here. He could have also gone Secrets and looked to secure that alliance, but I think I like this. I think get in front, 4 troops in. No one has Highliner access currently. And no one's got anything in Garrison either, so I think this is the way to do it. Take the bull by the horns. It's a good move from Sean. Hunter's going to come up here. He's going to go into Stellar Shipping. He has to challenge Bene Gesserit alliance here, you think, right? Seems the only logical place to put it. Do you take Spice or you take Solari? I guess he's got to take Solari because Opulence is in his hand here. He's kind of forced into this. He's got to take a bump. It's got to be Bene Gesserit, right? I don't see any other reason to get anything else involved here. Whoa, really? No, that seems insane. Now, he does have Urgent Mission, and I think he's going to look to Urgent Mission. How does he Urgent Mission with Esmar, though? Again, Hunter's hand is not very good here. It's really bad. He's going to have a lot of struggle to use Urgent Mission. Hunter needs another turn. He needs this game to go another round, but if Baron wins the combat, it's game over. Wow. And Ikaz are going to be able to pick up some points here. He's got to take a bump somewhere. Maybe there's something else going on there. I don't know. He's got to go here. It's the only logical place to go, right? But Ikaz's hand is not great. It's the only thing he can do. I mean, Ikaz can take Sidena. I guess he's going to go Sidena Selective Breeding? Whoa, what is this? Is he really challenging Paul Atreides? I guess he figures he can't win the game. He's going to battle Paul for second place. He's going to go for it. I think this is fine. Problem is you have no way of actually getting there is the problem. This is super fascinating, this. Paul Atreides' hand, by the way, is absolutely hideous. Oh, what terrible news. I think Mentat Signet Ring is got to be the opening play here. I do not see anything else to do. Oh, he's going to Arakin instead? He finds a dagger. He gets a second card. He needs a big card. Finds Camp. Ooh. Ooh, well, maybe there's still room here. So it's going to be selective breeding because he desperately needs cards here. He'll be trashing probably Cho'em. Hoping to find another Spice Buzz flow here. Gets the Chow Murky points. It's going to be up to 7. Finds Sea Reverend Mother. That's good enough. 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Has 11 Persuasion hand, does Kaz? Baron's up here. Baron's going to just try and win this combat. He's just going to go absolutely all in here. Finds Refocus. I tell you what, that's a really good card for Baron here. He's going to be able to draw an extra card, and that could be nice. I think Baron Harkonnen is looking to go troops here, and he's just going to hope, he's going to close his eyes maybe, go wind traps, and just hope he wins this conflict. But it's going to be tough. But Hundro, again, the problem is Hundro, he needs an alliance. Hundro needs an alliance out of Armada, and he can't fire it off. He doesn't have one. Otherwise, this would be a totally different story. But Hundro can't get there. Oh, this is very unfortunate for Daddy Will here. Back to Paul Atreides. Paul Atreides has picked up Camp. Paul Atreides might have different thoughts here. Wow. And here it comes. And this is bad news for the Baron. And with 2 daggers in hand, he's going to be concerned here. So Baron Harkonnen does have tiebreaker. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very close, this. Baron's still with the advantage. Kaz is going to go to get some spice. Nothing else to do here. This is totally fine. He just wants to pick up a spice to slow, pick some spice, prepare for tiebreakers. Kaz is more concerned with holding in second place. Desperately needs Baron to win this to hold off for second against Paul. I think that's what Kaz is hoping that Baron wins this and he takes second place. I think Raw reckons that's the best they're going to manage here. Sean's got to refocus and draw a card and see what it is and see what happens. He's got to make a decision here, what he wants to do with it as well. If you go tech negotiation, you guarantee the machine culture point. And if the game knows another round, like your extension, you're probably going to see here as well. So you're probably getting a couple of points regardless. But you might as well see is if he pulls X Engineer, by the way. Oh my god! That is a outrageous pull. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. Wow. It's good to be the Baron. That is absolutely absurd. Wow. Spaceport's the next tech, by the way. It's irrelevant. And that's it. There's nowhere Hundro can go. Hundro will not be playing Opulence. Hundro is out of moves. Unless he urgent missions and uses Esmar Tuek. And goes back to Siege. It's the only thing he can do here. But even that's no good. Because he has no allied Armada. Oh, what a horrible spot for Daddy Will. It's the only thing he can do. His smuggling's not even that relevant here. He doesn't even have spice for the extra draw and bump. Oh, what a horrible... This has been a really nasty turn for Daddy Will here. There's been a lot he could do. He drew really hideous. Just going to reveal, take the point, and kind of sigh. And wish and thought, why couldn't this have been different? It's a little unfortunate here, I will accept. So, the Opulence point will get 107. That's the highest he's going to get here. Paul Atreides has one action to go, but there's nowhere he can go. He can go research station. No, he can't even go research station. The best thing Paul Atreides can do to win this combat is he goes to Dreadnoughts and takes training drones and uses rapid mobilization. Now, it should be noted, rapid mobilization does only let you put troops from your garrison into conflict. It does not let you put Dreadnoughts in. So he's going to go Mentat and reassess here. Oh, he finds diplomacy. Oh, he finds diplomacy. He's going to conspire and win the conflict. What a ridiculous pull from Paul Atreides. Conspire, rapid mobilization. It's gonna be good. Baron Harkonnen will not be able to catch. Wow, so Ixan Engineer is trash for a point. That gets him to 9, but Baron is not winning the conflict here. What a monster pull by Paul Atreides. But he's got to find the Conspire play. It's not guaranteed. You still got it's there, but you still got to see it. So 9 points for Sean here, and all of a sudden, he was looking ironed on for victory, but a crazy pull from crazy Mentat pull there. Does he see it? It's the only play. It's the only play. Oh, he doesn't see it. No, Paul. Oh, Paul Atreides has missed Conspire and Rapid Mobilization. He could have put them in and won the combat. Oh no, what a shame. Ekaz is going to pick up a Spice also point to 9, but Baron Harkonnen is going to hold on here and he's going to win this game. The sword is not enough. And producer Sean, Baron Harkonnen, by hook or by crook, is going to win the opening group game here for Group G. Oh, a complete miss there from Paul Atreides. That is so unfortunate to see, but it was there to play. Oh, and he's going to see the end conflict, and if he doesn't see it, I got to tell him, and he's going to be kind of sick with it. Oh, what a shame. Baron Harkonnen wins. Producer Sean wins the opening group game. He's going to get to 12 points. His Machine Culture also plays for 1 here. I don't see any way other than that. Rory's going to come second. Ren will come third. And a 4th for Daddy Will here. There are still endgame resources to take. Yeah, still need to take resources. There are still entries to pick here. Wow. What a nail-biter that was. What an absolute nail-biter game for Producer Shaw. Nothing there. Let's go chat with the players.
Top card was Diplomacy, so I think I could have gotten to Highliner.
Oh,
that last turn.
What a nail-biter turn. What a nail-biter game. Oh, Paul.
What a game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul.
And then one.
Conspire was
go.
there.
Was it?
Conspire and Rapid Mobilization was there.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at it.
What a shame. I mean, it's not an obvious move to see.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was there, and that would have won the
Yeah,
combat.
the end. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's... Man, you biffed it. That
One
hurts.
thing I missed, I should have flagshipped. I played it way too close.
Yeah,
Almost
did.
copied that.
I don't know why I didn't
Oh,
flagship.
my
I
goodness.
was...
I
Well,
blocked
yeah.
you here because you had flagships. That's why I blocked you.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. No, I
Yeah.
know. But I could have flagshipped early and put a couple
Yeah.
more out. But
I
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
I gotta say,
It's
by the way,
taking it.
Sean, your refocus finding X Engineer, oh my goodness.
Yeah, huge.
What a ridiculous find that is. Absolutely
Let's see,
insane.
how much
Absolutely
would have
insane.
been?
And it was really ominous as well, because like Raw was looking super ominous in this game, like round 3, round 4, Liat Kynes, and just building that deck. But yeah, held on for this
I
conflict
forgot
somehow.
to trash. That's why I lost. I forgot to trash.
that's why
Gold.
I
The
never
trash.
play that.
Yeah.
card.
Wow, I wasn't keeping a big
always
track
forget.
on, man. That doesn't help. But yeah, congrats, Sean.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nail
Thank you.
biter
Yeah.
game, absolute nail biter.
Congrats.
Dang.
Good game.
Shame
Yeah,
as
good
well,
stuff.
because there was other like Daddy Will obviously pulled a kind of a hideous hand on this round as well. Really inhibited kind of any actions. I think pulling Allied
Yeah.
Armada and never securing it was brutal as well. Just everything was kind of taken super early, and then obviously pushed here,
Yeah.
but had no way to progress there as well. It was really unfortunate.
Yeah.
He also got pretty unlucky on the shipping. Like, by the time he got access,
It was kind of
Yeah,
he was
just
struggling
couldn't
there.
get
Yeah,
to it.
Baron of course had the intercept
Yeah.
play with bribery. I thought Baron was going to use it for something else, and then changed the mind. And I was like, actually, I don't hate this at all. I thought there was some Fremen intentions still there because again, Raw was looking super dangerous. But at least Hunter got in the way of spice satellites as well. So so
Yeah.
that's notable. So yeah, I should note as well. Like, even if he trashes,
Yeah, that was
satellites,
big.
He still loses the tiebreaker, so that doesn't matter there. So
Yeah.
but yeah, what a game.
That was the nice thing about having that 10 spice card plus the extra
Yeah,
VP.
tiebreaker was a better card than
Yeah.
it looked because there was no Chow Murky.
Even if Red beat me, unless he had a secret victory point, I think I still would have won.
Yeah, definitely. This was. I generally don't rate tiebreaker, but as it turned out, this is actually a really useful find here. So, and you do still get the 10. You still get the 10 spice. You should
10
probably
spice. Yeah.
probably add that on there. It does count. So it's all for the good of the country. But yeah, that was a good game. It was a good watch. Yeah, very drastic. It was super shame to see the miss of Conspire there. Would have been fascinating to see.
Yeah, that hurts.
Would have been Ground Vision, which would have been interesting. Probably a good one for Raw, actually, I reckon.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that was
I would
big.
get 2 Spicemas flows. I looked at my draws. This is 2 Spicemas flows
Yeah,
next turn.
and you would have
What is
felt...
conspire that you're talking about?
Yeah. So
My last turn.
Yeah, so the play was Paul had 5
Play
spice.
conspire.
So he conspires to get the 2
Oh.
troops in, and he just rapid mobilization and deploys them that way, and he would have overpowered
Oh my
you.
goodness.
That's how close that was.
Brutal.
But just missed it.
Yeah.
Just missed it at the end. It was
No,
great shit.
yeah. I just totally wrote off ever
missed
using
this
rapid
too.
once my garrison was
Yeah.
empty.
Yeah.
Just wasn't even thinking about it. It's gonna be frustrating to watch that back at some point.
This was super fun. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so congrats, man. Good job. 5 points in the bag.
Yeah.
Easy game, right?
Yeah, easy game.
Yeah,
I mean, my heart was going 100 miles a minute the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So that's going to do it for us for this contest in the Golden Path Internationals. Yeah, quite a fun game that actually. I really enjoyed that. I think it's one of the funner ones I've commentated for a while. Pretty wild. Sean as well. I think maybe he should be pretty happy with the victory there. It was definitely looking dicey. And again, the fact that Paul just missed the Conspire play at the end there, absolutely brutal. Feel really bad for Ren to have missed that one. And again, it's easier for us, like kind of looking over, and seeing everything and seeing it. It's a lot easier for us rather than being the seat. I've been there. I know what it's like, but especially I play a lot of Paul, and I think I would have seen it and thought, I've just got to try and stop Baron. And it is the only way to make it work. So unfortunate. But Sean bags the 5 points and we'll be very happy with that result. Thank you all for watching. As per always, we'll see you all in the next conflict.